All right, guys, welcome back to the Kast. Welcome back. I'm your host, Faizan Shabbir, alongside
Kamran Tariq.
Today we are joined by our guest,
Muhammad Zafar.
Our topic today, which is going to be Neuralink. We're going to be talking about, for all those that don't know what Neuralink is, it's Elon Musk's company that he founded in 2016. And more specifically, we're going to be talking about his new microchip that Elon Musk has come out with. Guys, what do you know about this microchip?
Okay, so basically what this microchip is able to do, or at least what Elon Musk is claiming, is cure a lot of ailments that are in the brain. For example, epilepsy, blindness, or even paralysis, right? It could help rebuild neural networks faster, right? And eventually the goal is to connect this chip to the internet, all right? So that we could interact with things like artificial intelligence and stuff like that. Mohammed, because you are at Ryerson and you're studying business technology management and you studied Neuralink to a good extent, right? That's why we brought you onto the show, to speak on this, right? And give us your expertise, right? So Mohammed, I was wondering, what do you think is the future of Neuralink, and where do you think it might go from here?
So for Neuralink, I think it has unlimited possibilities, and what it comes down to is its PR look. Do people think of it as something that can better the future and be a proactive thing for humanity, or do people think of it as a privacy invasion thing? How far can it go, right? So the way Elon talks about it, and if we give people the benefit of the doubt, assuming that people that do not lie, or assume that Elon doesn't lie, he's saying that he's doing it for the betterment of humanity and he really just wants to help cure people, and there's nothing so towards invasion of privacy. So if we look at it toward in that type of perspective, I think the possibilities are endless. Could be a great impact.
So the biggest thing about new technology, like we can look at Facebook, we can look at Instagram, we can look at all these social media sites. The biggest concerns that people have is their information being sold to third-party companies, right? And now imagine your thoughts, your raw thoughts, which are communicated within your brain, are being stored and sold to third-party companies.
Do you think that will be possible in the future, Faizan?
I 100% believe that will be possible if this chip comes out. I'm not too sure if this chip will be
definitely
possible.
You could think about it like that, because right now they're saying it's only touching the surface of the cortex, and just with that they're able to possibly cure blindness and cure paralysis. So you gotta think
all these major diseases that people
right. So when the chip starts to touch other parts of your brain, like motor functions, can you begin to control what you say? So things like that, right? They do come into question, right?
Yeah, I want to roll the ball back a little bit and say that, what Elon does is not anything that's new. This chip might be the most futuristic thing that we might have, right? But, for example, Tesla in 2014 started releasing automated self-driving cars, right? All of that technology existed before the fact. Lane assist, automated cruise control, right? He just put that all into one advanced computer and put it into a car, and now everyone wants a Tesla.
He basically made it all work together. Like, I know there's tons of people on YouTube that have made their own self-driving cars. It's just they haven't scaled it to the scale that Elon has.
Yeah, because the technology already exists within the main frame of the car.
So the question is, the brain implant, the microchip, has never existed before.
Yeah, but brain implants have existed, right? For example, last year I read an article where they were able to cure blindness, right, by introducing electrodes into people's eyes, right? And they are able to see majority of visible light. It's not like sight, but your brain adapts to see at least visual objects, right? And then also, for example, Parkinson's, another ailment that chip aims to cure, right, has been cured by introducing different electrodes that burn out different parts of the brain and cure that disease. Do you think Neuralink can do everything?
Neuralink, I believe 100%. Here's the thing. I'm a strong believer in Elon, and I'm a strong believer in Tesla. Look at what they've accomplished already. And look at what they're trying to accomplish. SpaceX, the tunnels underneath California, stuff like that.
Right.
It's revolutionary technology, right? Which hasn't been introduced. And also, this is also another piece of revolutionary technology. So like Elon Musk says that it's going to be as easy as like a laser eye surgery, right? LASIK surgery.
Yeah, in an hour and you're out, and it's like a small scar and you don't even notice it.
Yeah, so I believe that the idea could come to fruition. But
How well is it tested so far? You want to give your thoughts inside?
yeah, so right now, I mean, they've been testing
They
it.
tested on the guinea pigs, right?
Yeah, they've tested
on the guinea
on a pig,
pigs.
specifically a pig and a monkey, and they've said that both of these tests have been successful. And so that brings into question how long before we see human trials.
And what do you think, Mohammed?
I don't think too long, because in terms of a guinea pig, physiologically, there's not too much of a difference in a human. And with a guinea pig, they're able to show that inserting it, taking it out, and inserting it again, there still was no problems with the guinea pig. It was working fine. So if they can keep on consistently proving that, I think they'll have no problem with human trials, and people even volunteering to sign up.
Have you guys seen the episode on Black Mirror where they put a chip inside a little girl's brain, right? And
So what is the episode? Just to break.
So basically, they put a chip inside the girl's brain or eye, I forgot, right? And the mom is able to see the girl's life, right?
And control it.
She's able to see her eyesight, hear what she's hearing,
and they restrict what she can see and what she can't see.
She can turn off her eyesight. She can turn off her hearing.
Block faces, so like
she can censor aggressive things, like she was walking down the street, she censored the dog barking at her.
Yeah.
The girl couldn't even see the dog.
Or hear it.
Yeah, she couldn't even hear it or see it. So
these things are obviously blown out of proportion, but it does get you to think that something like that could eventually happen, right?
Is it blown out of proportion?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's just a bit too advanced for right now, and what
if you can cure paralysis, someone not being able to use their legs for all of their lives with just a single chip, you can also control their other functions, eyesight and stuff like that. Obviously, they can cure blindness. Can they also cause blindness?
Oh,
Speaking on
could
that,
be a military weapon.
Yeah. Speaking on that, do you think corporations will be able to see what we see, experience what we experience, learn from that, and sell us something?
Definitely, if it's on a data analysis type of thing, just collecting all types of data, using algorithms to see what we do throughout the day so they can proprietize it.
Yeah, so I mean, right now I know if I keep talking about cat food, if I keep talking about cat products, sooner or later I'm going to get an advertisement for cat food, cat products, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows the government, or not the government, sorry.
Corporations.
Corporations are listening into
Siri.
Siri, you can say a simple phrase and the phone will turn on and be listening to you, right? So that means
it's always listening.
It's always listening. So will it always be tracking what you're thinking, always taking in what you're seeing and what you want to see?
That's on a next level messed up. I don't understand. Like if that happens, there's no point of the chip.
There's no point
right,
of the
like
chip.
if they can
or
create...
you can also counter argue that it makes life more tailored towards you, right? I don't want to see cat product advertisements. I know what I want to see. I want to see like PlayStation advertisements, right? If I start thinking about it and I start seeing it on my screen the next day, that'll be so much more convenient for me.
No, but then they could like weaponize it to destroy your life financially, if possible, right? They know what you respond to, and the algorithm will keep learning, right? Until you respond to nothing. And then they'll understand you respond to nothing. They'll come up with a way to sell you something at the end of the day still, right? Yeah. Imagine, gambling companies, these online ads, when you watch stuff like NBA streams or something, they come up, all these gambling websites pop up, right? And now imagine these gambling companies which don't do anyone any benefit, utilize this technology to sell you, for example, ads for gambling, right? Someone who's an addict, right, can go down a deep path really, really fast.
Yeah. So also, I think one of the bigger thing about this is you have to consider, will this chip be available to the 1%, so the wealthy rich? Or will it be more accessible for everyone? I know Elon Musk wants it to be accessible.
Yeah, right. He wants it to be like a health product.
Yeah, but then again, not everyone can buy a Model 3, right? Even now, $50,000 car.
Or a Model X, which is their most expensive line, right?
But yeah, Model X. I think Model S is more expensive.
I think right now, I think Neuralink might just be a medical option for people going to surgery and stuff like that. More so, I think that's what they're trying to push it as.
But every technology we've ever used, we weaponized. Right?
100%.
So you could think of any technology.
Computers. Let's say you're a kid, right? You're 9 years old. You're paralyzed below the waist. Yeah. You don't have access to your legs, whatever. This is somewhere in the future. You get the brain implant because you want to be able to experience a normal life. Later on in your life, you decide to do whatever. Let's say you decide to go to the military for your country. You're fighting a war, whatever you're fighting. third-party companies can track what you're doing, can see where you are, can analyze exactly where you've been, and sell that information.
Forget that. Like, it could build neural networks faster, right? Imagine the neural network that's responsible for muscle mass or speed or...
You think it could be like steroids?
Exactly. It's like steroids for your brain that are because at the end of the day, one thing it does is it controls hormone levels, right? Within the brain. And that's how it's able to enhance all of these things.
Yeah.
What's to stop the chip from becoming sentient and just saying, what are these humans doing? They're useless.
Not only that.
I don't believe because for that to happen,
That's more into machine learning.
Yeah, that you're gonna become it's gonna have its own AI.
Yeah. I think the military will use it before anyone else gets civilians get to use it. The military is either already using it or is going to use it first.
I think they're gonna use it. I think they're gonna use it if the person has no other option. I believe life or death.
I think the military is always looking to enhance soldiers, right? Yeah. Enhance their sleep, enhance their food, enhance their education, make sure that they're more useful to them.
How much sleep does that person need every day?
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours, right? And even then, we wake up 6 hours later and we're groggy and we're tired.
100%, yeah.
So imagine you could train a soldier, or not train, program a soldier to sleep for exactly 6 hours, wake up and be ready to go, just like that.
Imagine training a soldier to work out to his max potential and thus creating ultimate warriors.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, but enhancing the growth hormones in your brain that are responsible for repairing muscle to work 24/7 instead of sleeping.
If they can send electrodes to rebuild neural pathways, what can they not do?
Exactly. That's the real question.
What can they not do?
100%.
So talking about hormones brings us into our next segment. Obviously, we can talk about soldiers, right? You could just make them happy. You think this chip would be able to, if you can always be happy, would you even know what happiness is? At this point, you're just playing God, I would argue.
No, I think technology is always needed, right, to enhance the human experience from dental work, right, setting up crowns or painkillers, right, medicine, right. But I think this technology has the potential of going too far, right? It has the potential of being abused more than anything else that we've ever experienced before, because we've never built something like that before. We've never put a machine inside ourselves that's going to live with us, right?
Unprecedented what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Let me ask both of you this, right? Imagine you had that option available where you could always be happy. Would you ever turn that option off?
Let me ask you a counter question, right? Pacemakers, right? Mm-hmm. They're a medical device that lives within us, right?
Yeah.
What do you call it? Is that enhancing the human experience to some extent?
No, it's just
it's just there so you can barely survive.
It's just continuing the human experience.
Yeah.
It's not affecting your mood.
It's supporting it. It's supporting it.
It's like having a what's it called?
So it isn't a neural implant for a paralyzed person and continuing the human experience as well?
Yeah, but I'm talking about hormones. I'm talking about feeling happy all the time. Feeling. Momi, would you turn that option off to stop feeling happy?
It's a tough question, but like it comes down to it, it's not genuine. It's not a real experience. It's not.
But me as a person, I'm always happy, right? Everyone knows me.
Then again, you have to experience sadness to know what happiness is. You can't have one without the other.
Fair enough.
So how can you be completely happy without ever having the option for sadness?
I think we have to leave it on that note, right? And then continue next time, right, on this useful podcast. Thinking about this, leads to a lot of questions that I can't answer, and I don't think you can answer.
Yeah, guys, so leave your opinions in the comments. Would you ever switch off that option?
And make sure, guys, you like and subscribe to this video. Faizan's going to introduce a new offer, which is for 100 subs on both channels. What are we doing, Faizan?
We're going to be giving a $100 Uber Eats giveaway once we reach 100 subscribers across both accounts, which are all going to be linked in the description alongside our social medias.
So make sure you put a thumbs up if you like the video, right? And you subscribe. Those are the two options. Make sure your channel is publicly viewed, because we're going to put your names in a draw, and we're going to draw the winner for the $100 Uber Eats gift card for this channel, the Kast, and we're also going to do the same thing for the second channel called Kamran Tariq with a K.
Yeah, so you're going to have 2 entries if you subscribe to both channels.
Yeah.
So guys, it's been the Kast.
Signing off, Kamran Tariq, Faizan Shabbir, and Mohammed Zafar. Thanks a lot, guys.